Gabriel Enomali. Today, I have a special interview with a special guest that anchors a special club. You've already seen of course, the promo online since yesterday that I was going to talk with him. The essence of this interview is to see that we begin to see how we can romanticize together and work in partnership to develop our rural community. Don't forget, Community Reporter is all about attracting support to our rural community. We want to see how we can begin to promote what we have, the threat, eliminate the threat, the opportunities, we promote them. The wrath, we also showcase them so that we can together work hand in hand and achieve all of this goal. Yes, this afternoon, before now, people have been asking me, they're not seeing Community Reporters. It's not been easy going out these days. You will understand with me that the cost of transportation or logistics these days is very, very terrible, and it's making things very difficult for. Okay, I have my brother Adamu Sunday is online. He's watching. Good afternoon, my brother. How are you this Sunday? Yes, I have the president of Frontier Club of Nigeria. Frontier Club has been on for a long time. While he's going to do the talking, they have been silently working on the ground, but people seem not to understand them or not to notice them. This is because they are not good in that noise making. But moving forward, you will begin to know them. I have Friday Ali is also online. Good afternoon this Sunday. Wherever you are, please follow us, like and share. And this is how we're going to do it this afternoon. All right, I have the chairman himself. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother.
How are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you, Enomali.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Quickly, tell us a little bit about Frontier Club of Nigeria.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk a little bit about our club. Frontier Club is a club of mostly the people, men from Kogi East, mostly,
Okay.
particularly those of us that grew outside the local area there in the town. For almost 30-something years now, the club has been existing. In fact, to be specific, the club came into being in 1988.
Wow.
With a formal inauguration of the board of trustees and then the executives. And so the essence of the club is just like more or less a philanthropic organization. We have this focus on how to help our people at home. The genesis of the club started from when some of us in the city believed that we have been contributing in one way or the other through our association in clubs like Rotary, Rotaract, Lion clubs, and we do deliver, support the vulnerable. And we felt, look, our own people at home are also suffering. Why don't we extend our hands of fellowship to them, just like we are doing in the city? And that's what brought about the Frontier. So the few of us, the few Igalas, particularly the founding fathers, thought wise that, okay, let us give back to the people at home. They know how they work for us and they will need to do, even though government is doing, but we still need to support them one way or the other. And so that's how the club started since 1988.
Wow.
And since that time, there's no year that goes by that we don't have a way of intervening in one form of activities or project and the whole of 9 local government.
What is your vision like? The club's vision? Or is it club vision? Okay, maybe your slogan.
Yes.
What would you say is the club slogan?
Our slogan is progress and justice. We want to see justice done to our people, fairness. And so our action is to see how our people can enjoy the benefit of life. That's like it's done everywhere. And so we'll do whatever it takes to make our people happy and then create employment job opportunity for them and be able to live a normal life that every human being is supposed to live.
Okay, what are your scopes? Your scope of interventions?
Yes. Like I said, when we started far back as 1988, and our approach is that in most cases, most of our members are from various communities in Igala land, particularly. Gala and Masala. And so our members at every year, with each of them, each member who wants to host the meeting in their domain, will go home, do some elementary need assessment of his community. What are the basic things that they are lacking in their community? And so at the end of the year, when we normally hold our annual general meeting in December, particularly December 26th. So he will come out with a project, a community project that will touch the life of his people. And so the last 30-something years now, every year we must carry out one community project or other. I want to give you a specific. We have gone to, for instance, we started with Ida. Ida, we went far. In fact, we have been to Ida almost about 5-6 times with different community projects. Not even Ida, within Ida alone. In some of those suburbs of Ida, we've gone, we've supplied them, supported the hospital there. We've supported the primary health care center, and you know that is where most of our rural people go. We supported them with equipment and whatever it is, delivery equipment, that's so that they can take care of all those things are actually lacking in them. And so when we see such places, we go there to provide such things. You can imagine in a rural area, there are no equipment for delivery. And you said we cannot reach the general hospital. So we have, in that aspect of healthcare services, provision of healthcare, we have been able to supported this primary healthcare center. We have supported them in the Kina, supported them in Gume, we supported them in Ochadamu. We have gone to Inya as well, and other areas. For instance, we have done that for even Abejukolo. We've been to their primary healthcare, been to their general hospital as well, providing healthcare facilities so that our people can get better healthcare services.
Okay, let me ask you this. The last, I think you were at Unali.
Yes.
Now, how did you enjoy the road and taking the materials to Unali?
Oh, yes.
Unali is in Ibaji local government.
Yes, although it's an experience that see, sometimes if you don't go to such places,
you don't understand
what is happening. And it's unfortunate that we find ourselves in that level. But I think even that we're going there has even enlightened and has even given us way of talking to other people now.
Okay.
And in most cases, some of these things we do, even though some of these projects are not within our scope because of our research. Because I must confess to you, it is purely the earning that individual members are contributing that we are using in this project. So you can see the level of sacrifice we are doing. And of course, the scope of whatever we can reach will depend on the resources we can raise. But now, like I said, I was giving you other aspects of our project. One, I told you about the healthcare facilities. The healthcare is one paramount. Then the other aspect is education. Of course, we want to see our youth grow well and become somebody in future. And so we have noticed along the line that there are some brilliant students, even they cannot even afford to go into secondary school. They have finished primary school and they're all right. So we felt that, okay, no matter how little, let us see how we can also pick up some of these indigent students, particularly the ones that are orphan or having a very poor family background. And so we started that aspect of the activities in 1997.
Oh, giving grant to...
giving scholarship to our youth in 1997. In fact, the first set of our students, we awarded them the scholarship, 9 of them.
Fantastic.
We awarded them the scholarship at Egumes. That time we had our annual jam at Egumes in 1997. And it was a very colorful occasion. We had the Commissioner of Education and some other top government officials came to witness that, and that is the beginning. And so since that time, every year we must take new 9 students from the 9 local governments in our state.
Okay, do you reach out to them, a kind of follow-up?
Yes.
Because this 9 students, 1990, what do you call
1997.
it? 1997 today, at least they would have finished university working somewhere.
A lot of them. Yeah, okay. Some of them, in fact, some of them have been coming to meet us at our various meetings. And like I said, in fact, since that time, now, after about 6 years, we now have a population of the youth with awards class every year, 54. Because you take the 9 local governments, take 9 students for each of the 9 local
Oh,
government.
nine local student from nine.
No, we take one every year.
Okay,
For JS1, we pick one each from the 9.
that's 9.
Okay, so now we have 9 in JS1, 9 in JS2, 9 in JS3, 9 in SS1, SS2, and SS3. So for every year, we have 54 students that will normally provide that support.
Fantastic.
Up to today. So that is one major aspect of the work we will be doing. And then at least sometimes I wish you had, you see this youth, see them and look at the smiles on their faces for even collecting this token we are providing for them to be able to further their education. And so what are we doing? We are building a future for our people.
That's correct.
You know?
All right, let me appreciate those who are already online. I have Sunday Adamu says, nice one. Ahmed Daniel says, congratulations. Thank you too. They're congratulating you. Yusuf Shaibu, Yusuf says, good day, sir. And thank you, Yunus Gabriel and Namali. Yes, this is the idea. Let us take it back to our people at the rural community. They are the most hot, the most vulnerable, and so on. They don't have. Coupled with the critical situation we find ourselves right now, it is not palatable at all. And this is why we want to see how we can collaborate with as many organizations as possible. Let's see the little we can. I was asking him about Unale. Unale is in Ibaji that they don't have road. If it is rainy season, you are in trouble. If it is dry season, you are in trouble. Going and out of Ibaji is the problem. And government seems to be doing nothing. Yet, this is an age where every exam you want to do, they tell you CBD, computer-based center or whatever. That's it. Every exam now is computer related. How will the children at the rural community understand computer when they have not even seen one? I have a lot of experience, but I don't want to go into that. So quickly, sir, this year, 2024, what projects do you have as Frontier Club?
Okay, just before I get to that, I wanted to put you on notice that just as you mentioned about this examination.
Yes.
Now you know we have gone ICT now. You know, like apart from currently we have, like I said, we have about 1,269 students on our scholarship that have benefited from our scholarship. Now we also saw that this IBTC exams they take is also a problem in some of our rural communities. And so on the basis of that, we decided, because some of our members saw it, and then so we said, okay, we can also intervene. And that is what brought about supporting some of these community schools with ICT equipment. I'm sure if you look at it, go to community secondary school, Dikina now, we provided them ICT so that all these basic things required for registration, writing exam, provide them the computers, the internet, and so those facilities can be done. Can you imagine yourself that in Dikina, people have to go to Anyemba or some kind of local just to register for JAM, a student. So we felt these are something that we should be able to support. And so right now, the people in that community school, they are able to write. Just as the Kenya, we did the same thing. We did it to Bola. Also, we have a school there. We did it to Inye. We did it to Malada, Abejikola as well. And so these are aspects of support we think our people need. It's not that we bring life better and more meaningful to them. You know. So for this year now, like I said, the way I am privileged to get this position this time around, I've been there, I've been fuller, and I've been privileged. And I want to thank our trustees, about 5 of them, very hardworking and very committed people. And so we have a lot of programs we have outlined for ourselves now. Like I said, we will still continue on the scholarship. One. We also expand on provision of this ICT equipment to schools. In fact, we want to also do not only ICT, we want to see how we can also support students to get access to information through maybe library or internet, and access to other information sources. That's one aspect we want to do. We have also seen some biases creeping up to our community now. Most of our youth are currently going astray, getting themselves involved in some of those vices that will not lead them to anywhere. We cannot support youth in education and allow them to go astray. And so we are thinking again that yes, as a club, we owe that responsibility to see how we can reduce some of this money, particularly the issue of drug abuse, issue of cultism, issue of what we call it, kidnapping and yahoo yahoo. So we felt seriously that we need to intervene, and we want to work out with other organizations, other individuals that are interested to join us. Let us see how we can survey the situation of our people. This is one of the core things I think we are going to do this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special interview this Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon. My name is Yunus Gabriel Enamali, the community reporter. Thank God that Frontier Club of Nigeria is also affecting lives at the rural community. You can imagine a young man who is interested in education, but he doesn't have money to go to school. A young man interested in education, but he does not even have transport fare to travel as far as Aingba or Lokoja to go and get registered. Now, in the rural community, there's no light, yet we have plenty of solar light. Sunlight. Can we begin to put computers that are solar light-based computer in this rural community so that our boys, our children will begin to understand what computer is all about? I have Rukayat Husseini is online. Good afternoon to you this afternoon, ma. I want to believe everyone this afternoon is fine. Yes. Nigerian economy is tense now. I think let me even ask him, sir, how are you coping with this current situation in Nigeria's economy?
Yes, no matter the situation, we have to learn to live with it. It's happening, but we are hoping that things will change for good.
With this change, we change.
Yeah.
I've been hearing to change since I was a child.
I agree with you.
Do you think anything can change again?
It's a mindset, and like I said, some of these things are self-inflicted problems. We can also solve them, and we are going about it. All we need to do is to get ourselves committed. Let's do what is right, and then someone will get good results.
Okay, what's your plan concerning partnership with others, individuals, organizations, association, and government, and so on? Do you have any plan relationship like that?
Thank you very much. In fact, that is the core thing we are doing. Like I said, we don't have enough resources, and even as a single organization, we cannot solve all the problems. And so we are thinking how we can upscale some of this work we have been doing. Look, I told you now that our intervention so far, about 34 interventions in the various communities. That's if you look at it, calculated on a yearly basis. We have done almost over 34 different interventions in our rural community, with health, with education, with water, even water and sanitation. We cannot do all alone. We need to work with people. Okay. And again, we have experience now. We know our terrain very well. We have been able to establish ourselves silently. And now we want to see whoever has a mindset of helping or supporting.
Sorry, sir. Somebody is online. Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Enejo Afulubu. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm very good, sir.
Yeah, please, can you tell us where you're calling from? And my guest is all yours to talk with.
Okay, yeah, I'm calling from Abuja.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you have for the chairman of Frontier Club? Frontier Club has not been coming out this time around. They want to come out now to also solicit the support of everybody. The floor is yours. You can go ahead and make your comment.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Chairman, good afternoon, sir, once again.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate your good work. And Mr. Yunus, I also appreciate your good work. Keep it up, okay?
Thank you so much.
I just want to appreciate your good work. That's why I'm calling, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a good afternoon.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So you can go ahead. You were saying something before his call came in.
Yes, like I said, we want to see there are a lot of people, individuals that want to do some activities in our rural community. In fact, they don't have the means of going there. We have the reach already. We have ideas we want to do. We can go into whatever every nook and corner about to see the problem affect them and touch their life. So if we have such group organization, both religious, faith-based, NGOs that are interested in helping our people, we are willing to work with them so that we can expand the scope of what we are doing. Even the scholarship we are talking, there's a limit. Like I told you,
yes,
we admit new 9 out of how many millions of you that are indigents in our area. we need more hands. We need people to support us so that we can work with them. In fact, we are not even interested if we can get you whatever name you want to put it, we will deliver it for you. And that's why we are opening our door to see how we can work with any interested individual or corporate organization that we can deliver the good things to our people.
Okay.
We don't have any place in the city, but in the at home.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're watching me, this is your special afternoon special interview with the chairman, Frontier Club of Nigeria. Frontier Club of Nigeria has been in existence since 1988, and they have been doing the best they can to affect lives at the rural community. This is not stolen money now from their salary and go put them 2, 3, 4 naira, put them together. Just like I'm doing community report too. I go shout, when I go come, we go do them. That's it. We cannot continue to wait for government. That is why I like that SDG goal number 17 that talks about partnership. It gives room for partnership with individuals, spirited individuals, NGOs, government itself, and corporate organization. All of this can put together, and then we move. We cannot wait for government. Do you have any plan for skill acquisitions?
Yeah.
Because, for instance, in Kogi East, we are blessed with so many farm produce, from cassava to rice to yam to cashew nuts to oil palm and so on and so forth. Do you have any plan for that?
Thank you very much. You know, I'm an agriculturist.
Yes.
And as an agriculturist, I'm also interested in food security. And I'm sure if you are a regular visitor at home or person, you discover that even these days, food have become more expensive, even at home than in the city now.
Very correct.
Because of the crisis we are having. And so part of our own agenda also is to see how we can advocate and see how we can support the rural people to go back to farm again and see. Already the government is doing its bit to see how we can reduce this level of conflict between farmers and herders and other communal classes on land issue. We believe that we still have that opportunity to feed ourselves. Before now, I'm sure you know that most of the time when we go home, you come back. When you are coming back to the city, you come back with food. You go home with anything, but when you are coming back,
it's food.
For this day, even if you go along the major road now, you don't even see people selling food again. And so it means that we are really going through serious food security crisis. And the earlier we solve this thing by ourselves. So as part of our own advocacy, we are going back again. We are going to serious advocacy. We are going to see how we can work with other organizations to provide basic things, basic farm inputs and implement that will enable our people go back to their farm to see that they produce. We are also appealing to government to also see how they can provide security so that our farmers can go back to their land. The youth, of course, most of our farmers are aging now. We need to encourage the youth. We need to provide what it takes so that they can go. Not just that these days farming of carrying hoe and cutlass may not help, but we want to see how our youth can be engaged, have access to basic and modern equipment that they can use without stress, so that together we can produce more food. If we are producing food, first, we are not only feeding ourselves, we are not only getting food security, but we are also going to earn income from that. I'm sure you have talked about cashew.
That's correct.
This is what people are making millions out of it. But what are we doing? We just go to the farm, pack the cashew raw like that, and send it out. No value addition.
That's correct.
So what we are also going to advocate to see how we can start adding value. I'm very pleased with the way you have been carrying out this.
Thank you.
We have been watching you and we want to support that. But that is why I say we need to work with you. Because you are also in that. We cannot just allow our people to just waste their energy and not getting benefit from the farm produce they are getting. We need to see how we can support the farmers to get some value addition. I see what our senator is doing. I understand he is also providing that support. We need to see how we can encourage the youth, our farmers in area to actually process some aspect of cashew before selling, so they can get value for the money.
All right, let me take the few comments here. I have Joban who says, great one. Yusuf Shaibu says, in this age of ICT, imagine have all the records and achievement he has mentioned archived and put online for present and future references. Imagine having the database for the 9 local governments. Imagine the use of ICT. Why spending much on TV and radio when you can deliver to phones and social media directly? Wow. This is Yusuf Shaibu, who's an ICT expert, and he's telling you, imagine all of your work is documented. Imagine all of your work are there for people to see on your website. Imagine the kind of support you will get.
Certainly.
Imagine all of this is possible. This is the work of ICT. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I hardly watch TV now. But the last 2 months, I've not even subscribed to my DSTV. You know why? One, I don't stay at home. And if I'm not at home, there's no light. Which can have this? So how can I even? So everything is online. So social media has actually come to stay. The achievement community reporters have achieved this period, it was through social media. And this is why we will continue to say thank you to every one of you. And we are still willing and ready to see how we can collaborate. For those of you who are asking you want to be part of it, just give us a little bit of time. By September, we'll have officially launched out and invite as many volunteer community reporters that want to report the rural community. I want to sincerely thank you all. So quickly, sir, too much of conflict at the rural community. You have conflict with the headers, you have within communities fighting themselves because of land or pond. Does your club have any plan to see how you can resolve maybe conflict resolution? Do you have any plan that you're going into such?
Yes. Of course, like we said, one of the components of our project is how we can improve food security. And without other general security, you cannot get food security.
That's correct.
And so we have all this in our program for this year to see how we can at least try to see how we can advocate and resolve some of these minor conflicts across the. In fact, part of our effort is to see how we can also provide some support to the victims of some of these crisis. I'm sure you are aware the
Agoyeju Odo in Omala,
is the one of
the Basa, that's the recent one.
The Basa. In fact, I feel the impact more because I'm from the Kina.
Oh, okay.
And during the crisis of Basa and Basa local government, most of the IDPs are in the Kina. In fact, most of the time I go home, I sometimes see them. See a lot of them. In fact, the initial time, the Kenya is full of IDPs. I know. So we need to also encourage them. So we are going to be part of that. We have started talking to some of the officials, including the humanitarian ministry, so that we can find a way we can resolve some of this crisis. People need to go back to their farm. People need to go back to their community so that they can start their life again. We need to encourage them. We need to maintain this peace. We need to advocate for this peace and security so that life can continue. Because without security, you can't go anywhere. Without peace, you can't develop. So we are going to be part of that, and we are happy. We are working to see that we work with any individual group and organization. Particularly, our attention, we are going to work with the government. Particularly the local government and then the traditional institution to see how we can resolve some of these minorities. These are basic things, and we believe that our people are very resilient. And I'm sure with that, we'll be able to get a headway for our people.
Thank you so much. But before we close, don't forget our program is just for 30 minutes. And now with the program, don't they sweet now? Time don't come now. Now they are wanting me to begin to pack my load. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is only when we have peace, SDG goal number 16, that we can all partner together to take off poverty, to take off hunger, to bring about good health, clean water, and so on and so forth. And that is why, please, let us see how what we can do to achieve peace in our rural community. It is very, very important. Peace. It is only when there is peace people can go to the farm. The president declared state of emergency on food security. Meanwhile, insecurity full everywhere. I was expecting him to declare that on insecurity so that insecurity will cease. People can go back to their farm. It is only when you go to farm that you can farm now. It is only, you cannot sit down in an IDP in the name of fear. The people of Agoyeju Odo are yet to come back to their villages. The last time they went to the farm is over 6 months. The last time they had farm, they planted things, cattle went and destroyed all of them. And yet we say we are one. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for us to join hands together and see how we can change this narrative. It is doable. We can achieve it. Sir, your last comment before we call it a day.
Thank you very much. Like you said, we are ready to partner with both individual and group and organization to see how we can make life better for our platoon. Frontier Club is open. It's open to members. Everybody that is interested in developing the Ghanaian can really join.
Okay.
We have our website already. I'm sure you see it. You have seen it. We are free. If anybody want to support us, want us to work with you, we are very much available, and we are willing to do anything that will make peace and our people happy at home. So thank you again,
Thank you so
Mr.
much. I appreciate
like
it.
you said, you are a community reporter and we want to work with you.
Thank you very much.
To see if we can get results.
Amen.
And so the other ICT guys, we are available.
Thank you.
We want to improve on whatever we have. So we are available to work with him as well.
Yes, right.
We can also cover our people because we want to see people what is that to know. People know what the problem we have in our area. Our area should be a developed area. We are rich. We have potential there. What are we looking for? We need to add. We need to take advantage of our potential there to develop our area. And I'm sure we are going to do. We have people. We have the resources. We have human capital. We have everything that takes to make Igala land a very beautiful area that everybody will be happy to live out there.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, heaven only help those who help themselves. So we must come together to salvage our environment. My name is Yunusa Gabriel Enomali, the community reporter. I thank you all for being part of it. Please don't forget, share, like, and follow us so that others can get to know. I know some persons, one meeting or the other will not allow them, but once you share it and it gets to them, they will also share it. And before you know, Frontier Club will everywhere. Have a great day and bye-bye.